have 5 times the magnitude of effect on us over positive interactions with people. So for every negative interaction that we have with someone, it kind of takes 5 positive interactions with someone else to start to feel normal again. I would suggest that that's even exacerbated when it's someone who's above you, a supervisor or a news director or a news manager, or even a producer who has some control over your life as a reporter, right? That's magnified because those people have so much control over your life. So when you have those interactions, it takes much more. So one of the things that we tell news directors, for you news directors here, you've got to remember the power of the words that you use with people. Many of you are not trying to be an asshole. I get that. I understand that. And we can all be one, right? We can. But we have to recognize that when that happens, when we allow our emotions to get the best of us, when we let ourselves have negative interactions with people, and often when we push that, it's going to take a lot of work for us to overcome it later on down the line with that person. It might be better just to step back and say, whoa, 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 hang on. Deep breath, let's get this figured out. Because you won't find yourself having to fix it with the 5-to-1 rule. So, assholes poison the newsroom culture. Assholes rob our companies of talent. The number one reason people leave work and change jobs, it's not because of money, it's not because of location, it's because of the person they work for. Most directly, immediate supervisors. News directors, you can take a breath of relief here, because it isn't because of the big boss. It's because of the person directly in charge of their lives. So for producers, it's the senior producer, the EP. For the associate producer, it's the producer that they're working with. For a reporter, it might be the chief photographer, or it might be the managing editor, or it might be the 6 advisor. Reporters, you get a lot of people changing your life, don't you?
Yeah.
Wow. Number one reason people leave is their immediate supervisors. This also suggests that if you are a manager, it is really important, maybe most important, that you are keeping a very close eye on the interactions that are happening between your number 2s and number 3s and the people that they are watching and supervising. You want to keep a really close eye on that, because they're the ones who will cost you the money when people leave. Employees with abusive supervisors quit at accelerated rates, no surprise there. And it doesn't end there when people leave, does it? What does it do to your reputation as a newsroom, as a news organization, as a company? Because people aren't leaving and saying, you know, I'm just not going to talk about them. That wouldn't be professional. That's happening, right? So your reputation keeps others from coming back to you. A lot of you are here recruiting downstairs. What's the reputation that your company has? You look across the way and there's a whole bunch of people lined up at that one. There's not about a bunch of people lined up at this one. Why is that? We're worth asking the question. Because victims have reduced productivity. They don't come to work. If you're a victim and you can call in and say, you got sick time left, you're burning it, right? You're burning it. Mental health day. Victims who leave need to be replaced. And most importantly, and this is why assholes are really bad business, harassment lawsuits are not cheap, are they? I am betting, I won't ask anybody to raise any hands, but I am betting that there are many people in this room who have had to deal with lawsuits that are filed in their companies over harassment. Even if you didn't do it, it's expensive. It's really expensive if you had a problem. There's one estimate in the book. Increased turnover, absenteeism, lower performance for one victim over the course of 2 years cost the company $100,000. And this is before you start talking about salary. $100,000. In the amount of time that managers have to spend working on it, the amount of time HR has to spend putting into it, the amount of time that is lost because of absenteeism, or they